What up, my Any Rockers? Welcome back to the family. You already know what time it is. It is episode 13 of Red. And y'all, I know I look glistening because I'm about to go to a concert, so I'm about to quickly record this. Y'all, it's going to be a one take. A one take. Can you believe it? So all the edits, bloopers, y'all going to see everything. So, right after this intro, right after the recap. What happened last episode was Mia and Michael are talking, and they had an intimate moment. We're looking at each other's eyes, and Michael's beautiful fawn brown eyes. So yeah, let's get right straight to the video. Okay guys, I'm going to start broadcasting right about now, and we're going to head to Waterpad. Y'all going to be nosy and look at my phone and stuff. Don't be minding me. Yes, I'm reading another book. Without y'all letting y'all know, I'm rereading it before I can read it to y'all. So yeah, you're going to click on Red and go click on chapter 13. Hold my hand. Okay, this is the picture. Woof, sweaty Michael. That's all I gotta say. Yes, let's read. Gabby smirked devilishly when she met me in the lobby. She had a glass of wine on the bar in front of her that was almost empty, and a small bowl of peanuts that was untouched. It looked like she'd been more engulfed with a soccer match on TV than to ever notice it was there. Lost it yet? She snickered, and I scolded her with my eyes. No, I hissed through my teeth, but Gabby just shrugged and turned back to the TV. I never really understood this game, but man, have you seen these guys? Hot damn. And compared to American football, where the players are covered in all kinds of equipment, all the goods on these guys are pretty visible. Look. Oh, I know what she means. Gross. There was a brief close-up of one of the players. And she was right. There were perky asses, jiggling bulges, and toned shoulders and chest on all of them. In addition to defined abs that were at display almost every second someone scored, and they showed off with some mad flexing. Woo! Unfortunately, there wasn't that many goals, but still. I like to set... Bro, I'm literally can't read. I'm like in a rush. I like to set my teeth into... I like to set my teeth into one of those juicy thighs, Gabby groaned and bit her fist. Just look at that guy. He can F me in any angle whenever he wants. Ayo, Gabby is an HOE. We said that last episode and the episode after that, because she really is. Girl, no ma'am. Ronaldo, I read out loud, the name printed on his shirt. Then I shook my head to snap back to reality. Michael's waiting in the car. Get your ass moving, bitch. Car? No limo? He's trying not to draw attention, I replied as the matter of factly, and rolled my eyes. Ah, makes sense. And that Ronald guy has nothing on Michael, I added with a scoff. It's Ronaldo, and I think we can discuss that, she mumbled, and I abruptly turned, placed my hands on my hips and glared at her. If you say that one more time, Gabs, you can consider yourself an ex-friend, I snapped, which caused her to take a step back and hold her hand up in protection against my sudden anger outburst. Okay, you're right. Michael is hotter. Michael is hotter. Even though Ronaldo is quite fine, because I watch football, y'all. But, yeah. Angry outburst. Okay, you're right. Michael is hotter. I started walking towards the entrance, and Gabby followed suit. But put leather pants and buckles on the stallion, and Michael's got some serious competition. She spoke through her teeth. I heard that. Then she said something I didn't hear because the door slid open, and the warm air and setting May sun hit us with the blending presence, and as soon as my eyes had adapted to the bright light, I saw a uniformed man waving us over to a Mercedes with a dark tinted windows. Ooh, Mercedes! He pulled up in the Mercedes, y'all. Period. Over there, I said, and pulled Gabby after me. And soon after, we were seated next to Michael in a back seat with me squeezed in the middle. I love me being in the middle. So, where are we going? Gabby asked, like this was something that happened every day. Minneapolis Sculpture Garden. I thought you said he didn't want to draw attention, she whispered and elbowed me. Michael chuckled. You're right, but there's not that many things I can do without getting surrounded by fans and journalists, so be prepared for some commotion. Oh, the fact that he's risking his whole career just for a girl, it's sweet. So I'm just period, Michael. Anywho, I have a whole team of security ready though. No one will get close to us unless I give them permission. Nice. Oh my God, Gabby and I exclaimed in choir. Chill, Mimi. You heard what he said. No one will disturb us. You'll be fine. You don't know that, and you know I can't control. Oh, I said when I got distracted by Michael's warm hand in mine. Michael's. He holding my hand. See, you're in safe hands, literally, Gabby stated when she saw it. Then she sat back in her seat and looked out the window with a smirk on her face. Don't mind me, just go ahead and kiss or whatever. Michael and I look at each other, both of us with cheeks growing slightly pink. But instead of kissing my cheeks or lips, he knitted our fingers and lifted our hands up so he could place a kiss on mine. Oh my God! Then he did like Gabby and sat back with a smile on his face. Oh my God! And I'm in the middle just yeah, whatever. Brr. Okay, we're even halfway. Even though it was getting late, there were still many people in the park when we arrived, and I could understand why, because the Illuminati at the different sculptures made the entire park change into something mysterious, maybe even magical. Though there were a lot of people, it didn't look like they were expecting a celebrity to walk around amongst them, so maybe it wouldn't be that bad after all. As soon as we climbed out of the car, Michael put his hat and shades on, and we were surrounded by 8 large-built and muscular men in suits. Way to not search attention, Gabby whispered to me and chuckled. Then she hooked her arm in mine while Michael talked to one of the men who looked like he was in charge. This is going to be a walk in the park, Mimi, in both ways. Let's hope so. I'll embarrass us all if I freak out, and Michael will probably never speak to me again. You haven't talked to him about it. I have, but it's different to see it with your own eyes and not really know why I reacted that way. I don't always understand it. I don't always understand it myself. Sometimes there isn't any particular reason that triggers it. So how can I explain it? How you call it, y'all? Her anxiety be pressed. Gabby leaned her head against my shoulder for a moment when we started walking behind Michael, right into the middle of the security guards. He'll understand, and do you know why? Because he's the nicest fucking person on the planet, and you might find that nothing will happen. You're letting me off the hook about popping the cherry? Hell no! If you don't let him pound you, shh, Gabby, I gasped, and my eyes darted around to see if anyone had heard. Neither of the bodyguards seemed to have noticed, and if Michael did, it was impossible to see his reaction since he had his back towards us. He probably heard everything. He's just like, oh, she wants me to pop the cherry! Y'all, just saying, Gabby smirks. Then the whole entourage walked over to the first sculptures, which in reality were 2 pillars that were the entrance of the garden. And it kind of annoyed my OCD that I couldn't figure out which was upside down. Why weren't they placed the same way? OCD, bro, it's bad. A rather A rather wide street walk was lined with trees that were highlighted to bring out the beautiful contrast of the growing darkness around us. And at the end of the street, I could spot. Is that a spoon? Gabby and I stared at what was indeed a twisted spoon right next to the miniature lake. The handle was overly arched compared to a real spoon and almost looked sensual in a way. But the strange thing was the red berry at the tip of the bowl, a cherry. Gabby started to laugh really loud too, and I was so embarrassed that I hit my face in my hand. The whole fucking universe is trying to convince you to get laid. Oh! There's literally a spoon and a cherry. Literally, the universe is like, yes, bitch, pop that cherry. That is so funny. Okay. That is so funny. Okay. Will you shut up already? I can't believe I didn't know what to say, so I just groaned. Then I turned around and almost bumped into Michael, who had the most telling face ever. He knew very well what we were talking about. Then he came closer to the point that we almost touched, and my body instantly turned into mush just by his proximity. It almost looks like the spoon is licking it. He murmured and bit his lip. The look in his eyes was piercing with amusement and curiosity something. Before he leaned close to speak low in my ear, much like I want to do with yours. No! Y'all, she's gonna get her chin! She's gonna get her chin bumped! Alright, I exclaimed and stepped away from him, feeling beyond flustered. I grabbed Gabby by the arm and pulled her to the right, where there was a different sculpture. What on earth? What did I do to deserve this? Why would you, oh my fucking god. Why would you go beyond your way and tell your friend, what do I do? Why you can just go ahead and allow it to happen, girl. Nobody here. Well, except for your best friend. But nobody here. Girl. It wouldn't hurt. Let me stop. Okay. I turned to Michael and pointed my finger first at him, then at the sculpture that could easily be mistaken for an aroused male genitalia. He chuckled mischievously, but shook his head. No, Mia, honestly didn't draw those connections until now. And might I add, I probably wouldn't unless it was for you guys pointing it out. He giggled more, but tried his best to stay serious. Naughty girls. You the naughty one! You whispered in my ear talking about, that's what I want to do to you. Like, bitch, back the fuck up. Like, you're the one who's naughty. We're not. Well, Gabby is, but not me. I'm innocent. And a child. It's time to grow up, Mimi. Ooh! Wait, who said that? Gabby said it in a way that I heard the seriousness behind her words. She wasn't only talking about, intimacy. She was pointing out the fact that I was 24 years old and still living with my parents, especially the truth about me clinging to my mother like a baby. Aw, but it's okay. It's okay. We love our moms. Like, we love mama. You know, we love our moms. What's wrong with loving our moms, you know? Anywho, I have my reasons, I muttered lowly, and Gabby pursed her lips and hummed with no excitement whatsoever. She moved out when she was 19 and never looked back. And even though her parents were pretty well off, she always been stubborn about being independent. She simply wanted to stand on her own 2 feet without any charity from them. I admired her for that, maybe even envy her. I don't know, she dragged. It looks a bit small, don't you think? Her smirk was back, and she wiggled her eyebrows at Michael, who immediately looked away in embarrassment. Oh, come on. You got nothing to worry about. You're But she was interrupted by a loud squealing and shouting from a group of people who came storming toward us. Michael, it's Michael Jackson! We love you, Michael! You see? Fanatics, we're messing up their date. Honestly, I'd mess up their date because I'm like, oh, yes, poor Michael Jackson. Man, finally I can get my kiss now. You know? I'm just kidding. But yeah. Then there were screaming objects. There were screaming objects when the girls were stopped by the security guards, but everything was already ruined. The commotion had drawn attention to us and caused more people to gather around us, closing in like a swarm of killer bees, and I got this intense need to flee. But it soon became impossible to run anywhere because of the many people surrounding us. It was suffocating. I couldn't hear what was being said around me, and I was starting to feel lightheaded. Uh-oh! Deep breaths, Mia, Gabby said, and grabbed my arm to make me focus on her. But it was hard. My eyes kept flickering around on everything and nothing at all. And I just couldn't hold her stare for more than a couple seconds at a time. You're hyperventilating. Breathe slowly. Excuse me, y'all. Breathe slowly so you don't faint. When she got a reaction, she shook me a little. Okay. She half asked, half demanded. Then she tried her usual tactic, the one that managed to pull me out of my strangling hellhole. Only it didn't work this time. What was it? She slapped me? I think you should add penis phobia on that issue list of yours. You're taking your V card too seriously, but I promise you that you'll throw the whole stack of cards out the window and cry because you didn't do it earlier. Because over there, she pointed at the sculpture, or preferably his. She continued nodding towards Michael with a smirk and wiggling her eyebrows. We'll make you sing a whole symphony afterwards, and we all know you can't sing. More people gathered around us, screaming Michael's name, begging for hugs and autographs and whatnot. But it was all a big roar in my head. It made it impossible to process anything that was being said to me. So Gabby shook my arm again. Deep breaths. Remember what your therapist said. Remove yourself mentally if you can't do it physically. The tent in your backyard, remember? When we were kids, we had so much fun until your sister wanted to join. And you, being the big evil sister you are, you forced her to eat grass until she puked. So you could send her back inside claiming she was sick. She cried out in the air and chuckled. Y'all, it's 6 o'clock. I don't have much time. I'm going to keep reading because we're almost done. She quoted out in the air and chuckled. She didn't even consider the fact that it was her holding my arm that kept me from having a full-blown panic attack. So when I started screaming and shaking, I saw her face change into a deep concern. I was out of control. Are you okay? Michael asked, meaning both in Gabby and me. Then he saw me and looked like he was about to panic himself. Jesus, he mumbled, but nobody heard because the noise around us. We were shielded by his bodyguards, but it didn't keep us from being squeezed together and pushed around. Get us out of here, Michael yelled to his security guard and pointed in the direction of the car we arrived in. Then he turned towards me with eyes filled with worry. Hold my hand, Mia. I'll keep you safe. Oh, yes! Hold my hand, Michael! I felt his warm hand engulf mine in a firm grip as to make a promise that he wouldn't let go. And somehow it made me able to focus a little, even though the only thing I registered was just that, my hand in his, guiding me and Gabby through the crowd of roaring people. Unfortunately, the amount of oxygen in my blood had me both dizzy and weak, and I felt my legs wobble underneath me, threatening to collapse under my weight. This was not good. I knew what was coming. The black spots in my vision told me that. The sounds of my pounding heart that outsourced every sound in the whole world told me that. And then everything went dark. Damn! She passed out! Darn it. Well, that's the end of the chapter. I really don't have much time because I have to go to my concert and sing beautifully. But you guys will see me again because you know I have to record episode 14. So, yeah. Quick prediction before I have to go. So, obviously she's going to go to the hospital because she passed out. So, she's going to go to the hospital. And then after she goes to the hospital, Michael's going to be like, are you okay? And then she come stay with me, whatever. And then after she's all better, then they're going to be intimate, which hopefully is going to be the next chapter. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoy this one take because it seemed like y'all liked my one take last time. So I'm going to keep doing it for y'all. I love you guys with all my heart. You already know we got to get it. We got to get it. Hey, we got to get it. We got to get it. So I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye, loves. Purr.
Brand new Lamborghini, a cop car. With a pistol on my hip like I'm a cop. Have you ever met a